And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this. D.A.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. And the Clippers starting five. Morris is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for the Nuggets, they've got Nikola Jokic. Aaron Gordon out there with Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2. Great positioning on the putback.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Murray against Jackson. On the wing, George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Now here's Murray. Outside, Porter. Back to Murray. Outside, Porter. Shot clock at 5. A three-pointer off the mark. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
Here's Jackson. Denver getting their last shot to go. Passes it to George. Shoots the 3. With the tip, and Leonard stays with it.
Well, an all-star willing to do all kinds of dirty work on the offensive end. Kawhi mixing it up.
Murray against Jackson. Murray surveying the D. Floats it up for Jokic. Got a piece of it. Batum with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard's got the ball. Pass to Morris. And stolen by Gordon. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter.
The very definition of a high percentage shot. Aaron Gordon, throw it down.
Barton against George. Offside, Batum. Outside, Leonard fires from deep. Rebound by the Nuggets. Outside, Porter. It's Jokic, top of the key. Here's Gordon. Murray outside. And there's the pass to Porter. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Monte Morris is checked in for Jamal Murray. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
The Nuggets leading by 4. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Rondo finds Zubats. Now, here is Morris. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Well, just so good at taking advantage of the mid-range. Marcus Morris feels comfortable in that area.
Morris passes to Jokic. Back to Morris. Here's Gordon. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
So both teams changing it up here.
Well, I think the things that Aaron Gordon has added to his game, specifically that reliable three-point shot, is a really welcome sign. This guy has an incredible upside.
Here's Mann. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Morris. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. The Clippers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. The first one falls.
You know, there's a toughness and an energy about Marcus Morris that elevates any team he plays for. This guy is an incredible teammate.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Morris kicks to Gordon. To the inside, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Clippers trail by 4. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Kennard. This one for 3. Los Angeles with another miss. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
Near the 3-point line, it's Morris. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts about how to help his team succeed.
Selfless. I mean, you need to put your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Green is out there with Gordon, and it's Rivers. Then there's Paul Millsap.
Underrated coming into the league and underestimated. Millsap doesn't have any doubters anymore.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic comes in for JaMychal Green, and Murray subbed in for Aaron Gordon. And the Clippers with the change here, too. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Campazzo. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, you better be mindful of that wingspan that Jokic possesses, especially when he's attacking the backboard.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. 5 on the clock. The drive by Jackson. Leonard with no one around. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. The shot comes out, and the Clippers will go the other way with it. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-double.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. George is checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Now here's Jackson. D right on him. Outside, George. There's the dish to Batum. George trying to break free. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Jokic. Second chance shot. And another shot. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Feeds it to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Jackson against Murray. Floats it up for Jokic. Plays it in off the pretty alley-oop. Jokic has got the game tied up here for Denver.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Outside Leonard. 1:14 left to play here in the half. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Murray against Jackson. Now the pass to Millsap. Back to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And they're just doomed if they keep letting them post up like that.
You've got to deny the position to afford them no opportunity at making that entry pass into the post.
Rondo scanning the floor. He dishes it to Batum. George against Porter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
You see, Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Leonard. And it's Kennard in for Jackson. Rivers passes to Morris. Down low. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Clippers making a switch here.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
A 3 from Morris. That shot off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the opening period. Thanks for joining.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Oh, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Jackson with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Out to Morris for the lead. Batum grabs the miss.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Outside Leonard. Jackson against Rivers. Shot clock at 6. Count that one.
He uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie.
Morris against Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
In a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris, fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
And the dunk by Ball.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Jackson against Morris. Pass to George. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's Gordon with the finish.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
Outside, George. Passes it to Leonard. And that one is off. Gordon with the defensive effort. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone. Gordon dishes to Rivers. 1:33 left to play here in the third. Morris kicks to Bull. They get it back. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. It's a one-point game. Here's George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Rivers can't get it to go.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
And some hang time on the rim puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Now, here's Bull. Defended by Batum. Yep, it counts. Bull's got 6 here in this quarter.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bull. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Man can't hit. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Porter passes to Jokic. And And the coach. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Morris passes to Kennard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kennard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Murray for three. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Murray. Porter is out there with Green, and it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Barton in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Just 5 to shoot. Green, and Green slams it in.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
The Clippers trail. Pass to Morris. From the arc. He can't get it to go. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Murray for three. They get it again. Here's Jokic. The kick out to Barton. Outside, Green. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
So, for the Clippers, Batum comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Jackson looking around. To the paint. Here's Morris. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. It's deflected. And the officials call a traveling violation.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Back to Jackson. Fires for three. Drills it from outside. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Jackson against Murray. The kick out to Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists now tonight.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Jackson against Murray. Kennard on the wing. 5 to shoot. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points, and it's good 2 points.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy, someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Kennard for 3. Rebound by Murray. Denver leading by 3. And here's Jokic. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Jermichael Green. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. Clippers trail by 4. Now Jackson. Outside, George from downtown. The shot will not fall.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Here's Gordon. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
It's a problem trying to deal with the athleticism of Aaron Gordon. You've got to be more careful as a defender.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for Jokic. Millsap comes in for Michael Porter. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Barton. And Morris subbed in for Murray. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. On the wing, Jackson. 1:15 left in the fourth. Looking to end the run. And Bol pulls it down. Bol's got 4 rebounds in this game. And that's an intentional foul. Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And like his father, Manu, Bol's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Here's George. From deep three-point range, money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
That's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Rivers scanning the floor. Dishes to Morris. It's up a 3. He can't hit that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And George kicks to Jackson. The pass to Batum. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Bol dishes to Rivers. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And stolen by Bol. Pass to Gordon. And here's Rivers. For 3, Millsap. Bol tips it back in.
The towering presence that is Bol. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. Just 2 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Some call them wins and lessons. Coach not wasting any time making his point.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
Spin 360.
And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena.
Hey, Kevin,
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 4. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Now here's Jackson. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
if you go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Clock is at 3. Stolen by Jackson. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back for the finish. Oh, that was something else.
Yeah, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
Doncic against Jackson. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Pass to Hardaway. Over George. Bank shot, no good.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got his second basket.
Oh, you see the touch inside from Leonard does a little bit of everything for this basketball team.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And the second chance effort by Jackson.
Oh, hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Here's Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. On the wing, Hardaway. The 15-footer. Jump shot is good that time.
Yeah, whenever he's got a little room, if the ball's in his hands, Hardaway Jr. looking to score.
Jackson against Doncic. Outside, George. Offline with his 3. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2. Kleber with the bucket.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Now, here's George. Outside Jackson. On deep. That one misses. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And George kicks to Ibaka. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So difficult to defend Ibaka inside the length, the improved strength, and he's one of those bigs who doesn't mind going to the line.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleber. Richardson, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Powell and the dunk by Powell.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
The pass to Mann. 51 seconds left to play here in the first. Ibaka right side. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
It's Richardson on the wing. Kennard covering. Richardson the pass to Powell. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. It's hauled in by Zubac.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
Now Ibaka. That one, no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Los Angeles. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Such a great way to silence hostile fans who want the up and down pace that gets them amped up. Instead, everyone's just standing around watching the free throw game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Kennard. Baca is out there with the Ivica Zubac. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the three, the small forward. Now here's Richardson. Rajon Rondo missing his last shot. It's stolen by Ibaka. Down low. And the dunk by Zubac.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
The Clippers in the lead. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Off target with the open look. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan. Not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
Brunson against Rondo. Doncic kicks to Brunson. Back to Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Powell. Here's Cauley Stein. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, the reach a factor there for Cauley Stein. I'd love to see him hit the boards a little bit more often.
Brunson against Rondo. Left side of Ibaka. It's rebounded by Dallas.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here's Cauley Stein. Pass to Doncic. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Zubac's with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkas, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Luka Doncic. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Jalen Brunson. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Outside Leonard. Back to Jackson. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
I like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys. There are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great player. Dallas again missing.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Anderson against Porzingis. Here's Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Anderson passes to Jackson. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. Porzingis at the elbow. He's looking for Kleba and finds him. Dallas again missing. Clippers leading by 3. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Porzingis. Tries again. The rebound by Patterson.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And that'll do it for the first half. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with... And...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Now, here's Doncic. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Doncic. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now, here's Kleba. It's good. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. The Mavericks making the shot. Outside for George. The 3. Kleba with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Morris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
Melly is checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Clippers also making some changes. Mann's checked in, and it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. Here's Melly, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes to Brunson. On the wing, Hardaway. Porzingis high post, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Kennard. That shot is off. And it's Dallas the other way. Pass break, Dallas. Brunson finds Hardaway. The Mavericks keeping it alive. The new 14.
That's one for their first 4 to start the second half. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Outside, Porzingis. He was all alone on that one.
Well, I like how Porzingis squared up immediately to take that shot. Good at knocking those down.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. It's a 5-point game. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Richardson, he's checked in for Hardaway. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Morris outside. The pass to Kennard. Clock at 4. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Now here's Porzingis. Back to Brunson. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Now just a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
Here's Jackson. Pass to Ibaka. Over to the left wing. Kennard for 3. Good on the triple.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Inside. Richardson outside. Takes a 3. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Porzingis with the steal. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis showing you what he can do if he gets that close. The big man up big time.
Jackson against Brunson. Now here's Kennard. He's tightly guarded from 11 feet away. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Richardson the pass to Brunson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Passes it to Leonard. 2 on the clock. Misses there. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Clippers ahead. Up to. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The Clippers in the lead. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. Now here's Leonard. Feeds it to Morris. Back to Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris, no good. The Mavericks shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Hardaway for 3. No good there. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. The drive by Jackson. The feed to Leonard. Outside for George. Porzingis against Ibaka. Outside Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, he's one of the most uniquely built players in the NBA, and Kawhi Leonard draws contact often. I'm not sure he feels it, but he gets it.
Leonard hits them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Doncic against Jackson. To the inside. Hardaway goes in.
You can't toss up the weak stuff around Paul George. He sees it coming and uses his reach to get to it.
Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Nice D from Doncic. Mavericks trail by 4. Right side, Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
And the Clippers call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Zubac is checked in for Serge Ibaka. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. See how it plays out, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Porzingis with the steal. Hardaway passes to Kleba to tie it up. Count the basket and the... Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now, here's Doncic. Again, the Mavericks score.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
Here's George. And it's Leonard, top of the key. A 3-ball. And the Clippers miss again. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Pass to Kleba. And Kleba slams it in.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 4. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Serge Ibaka is checked in for Los Angeles. Now here's Jackson. And Maxi Kleba is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Jackson dishes to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. To the middle. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Now here's Jackson. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Ibaka. Nice D from Porzingis. Here's Dallas. Big stretch here going 10-2. And he commits the intentional foul. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And the pass to Kleba. Outside Hardaway. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Leonard, no luck. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here is Morris. Back to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Outside Hardaway. Misses the deep three-point attempt. And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 6. Just 4 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Look, tough proposition here. They've got to knock down a three, foul, hope for some misses, then make another three. I would not hold out much hope.
The three from George. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. defense. Plenty to...
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then it's Porter. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Murray in at the 1. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Jokic passes to Barton. And the shot goes in.
One of the best passing bigs the league has to offer. If you're open, Jokic will find you.
Passes it to Kleber. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Here's Porzingis. Barton with the rebound. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. There's Porter with the 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Out left to the wing. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Basket good.
Very hard to contend with a player with the size and touch and well-rounded offensive game that Kristaps Porzingis has.
Murray against Doncic. Porter in the corner. Five on the clock. Porter can't get that one to fall.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleber grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleber texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
Gordon finds Jokic. They shoot again, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Pass to Kleber. Here's Finney-Smith. From outside, off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Richardson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Denver also making some changes. Millsap comes in for Michael Porter. And Morris subbed in for Will Barton. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Connects from three-point range.
I mean, you have to chase Luka off that three-point line. This guy is capable of hurting you from there.
The pass to Murray. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Murray. Fires the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Richardson outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
You know, I know that he can make the perimeter jump shot, but I really like it when Porzingis is taking it inside and making the defense deal with all that size.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Ellie's checked in. Will Barton, he's checked in for Denver. Inside, Jokic passes to Millsap. Nice D from Porzingis.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Passes it to Nelly. Barton with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 5. Here's Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Barton. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
Here's Brunson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Melly. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Come on.
Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. The Nuggets making a switch here. Mavericks leading by 3. Richardson outside. 3-pointer. Denver grabs the miss. And even 3-on-3 break. Barton finds Morris. And it's all evened up. It's a tie game in Dallas. And we'll be back in just a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. Porter is out there with Jermichael Green. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Austin Rivers.
Well, this is where Dwight Powell is in his element. All of those physical abilities coming to bear on the interior. Nicely done.
Here's Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The Nuggets trail. Campazzo, Brunson covering. The dish to Green. He kicks to Rivers. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
From deep 3-point range, the Nuggets get it back in a new 14. Kicks to Porter. Shot clock at 6. And there's the pass to Rivers. Offensive rebound. And stolen by Richardson. Here's Hardaway. Porter pulls it in. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And a wide-open look for Porter. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And for those of you just joining us, in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, Millsap with the steal. Back to Porter. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. Right wing. Pass to Finney Smith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Porter. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with.
Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for Josh Richardson. Doncic right side. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And he comes up with the deuce. Kleba's got the lead up to 6 now for Dallas.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
Here's Gordon. Pass to Jokic. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
The Mavericks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And I think for Luka Doncic, one thing he showed right away is he was prepared to be an NBA player. And the fact of the matter is he could be an all-star for a long time moving forward.
The drive by Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
And to Kleba. The 3 for Doncic. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. On the wing, Morris. And he lays it straight in. Morris has got 5 now.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Down low, Kleba. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's Dallas, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing up.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Win or lose, Kenny, the Mavericks have been one of the more stable organizations. And that should do.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Hardaway against Barton. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Murray dishes to Gordon. Doncic with the steal. And here we go, the Mavericks in a fast break. And Kleba slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a sequence for this group.
And it's Jokic missing. Mavericks leading by 10. Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. For three. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Gordon, the pass to Porter. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the three ball.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
Doncic finds Porzingis. Now Kleba. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Kleba's got 8 points.
Well, that's somebody who sees the whole floor and delivers it to the perfect wide-open shooter.
Hardaway against Murray. Porzingis with the steal. One-on-one here. Hardaway for three. Knocked loose. The Nuggets trail by 9. Now coming into the league with immense potential. Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it. Already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. And the shot goes in. Hardaway has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, I'll tell you, Tim Hardaway Jr. has shown he's not just a perimeter scorer. This guy can get it done on the inside.
Murray, the pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. To the paint. Here's Kleba. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
How about the vision from the young Latvian Porzingis showing he really can read the floor and capitalize.
Murray against Kleba. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Mavericks leading by 9. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Hardaway passes to Kleba. No good on that one. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Murray with the ball. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And that one, good. Porzingis has got 12 in the game.
Well, that's a strong finish right there. KP not afraid to attack the paint, scored through contact. Woo-hoo.
To the inside, Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Hardaway passes to Kleba. Dallas moving the ball around. Clock at 6. From past the arc. Jokic grabs the miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Melly is checked in for Maxi Kleba. Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Pass to Bull. Over to the wing. Here's Dozier. Brunson covering. Dishes it to Bull. And the shot is long.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
How about the energy and activity on that play? Great steal.
Millsap kicks to Dozier. The Nuggets with another miss. The third quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 9. And we'll get going at... And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Jermichael Green. He's out there with Paul Millsap. Morris is out there with Austin Rivers. Richardson with it. Now Green defending. There's the pass to Porzingis. Poked away. It's stolen by Green. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. Hardaway's checked in for Josh Richardson. Denver making a switch here. Rivers passes to Bull. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Bull's got his first points in this one.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Morris against Hardaway. Morris looking over the floor. Shot clock at 5. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Stolen by Rivers. Millsap kicks the ball. From deep. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. The Nuggets trail by 9. Pass to Bull. To the middle. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Passes to Kleber. Now, here's Doncic. A pass to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Just leave it at the rim and let the big man do the rest. KP with the nice finish.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Campazzo, guarded by Hardaway, and the dunk by Bull.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. They get the rebound.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. And the Mavericks making a change here. Finney Smith's checked in. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Porzingis passes to Finney Smith. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Here's Kleber, and Kleber slams it in.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Pass to Millsap. Over Kleber. And again, Denver no good. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Doncic outside. Porzingis inside. He's guarded by Rivers. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
What you love is how complete a player Kristaps Porzingis is. There is a variety of ways with which he can score it.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They trail by 11. 1:11 left in the game. And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Mavericks.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Porzingis.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Doncic outside. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hardaway with a wide open look. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Hardaway has got the lead up to 14 now for Dallas. Murray against Doncic. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Tried to come right back with the three of his own. But it's no good. Hardaway from outside. Can't get it to fall. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it.
Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Murray. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Porter. And at the 3, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, they've got Batum. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the small forward spot. Now here's Jackson. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
Jackson looking it over. Outside Leonard. Shot clock at 6. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Pass to Barton. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Now here's Leonard. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Driving with a purpose. Leonard shakes off the hit, maintains focus, count it.
And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid 30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Now, here it comes. Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one. Letting it all hang out. When George takes flight, just enjoy the show.
Jackson against Murray. On the wing, Porter. Now, here's Jokic. Not a lot of room, and it's good for 2.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Passes it to George. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Kicks to Ibaka. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. They grab their own miss. Morris. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Outside Rondo. Here's Kennard. Misses off the right iron. The Nuggets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. There's Green with the 3. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Batum's checked in. Bol, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Now here's Rondo. Defense right on him. Kennard up top. Takes the 3. Kept alive. Zubac, that's good.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Now here's Green. Now the pass to Bol. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Like his father, Manu, Bole's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now Rondo. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to man. Kennard with the ball from deep three-point range, but they recover it. Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Here's Green. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
You know, Jermichael Green is extremely gifted down low. A solid post threat who can get the job done down there.
Outside Rondo. Down low. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by Rondo.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Rondo with the steal. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed...
This game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. We've got Jermichael Green, also Bole out there. And it's Morris in at the 2. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Now in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Ooh. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Here's Murray. Paul George making his last shot. Murray kicks to Gordon. Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got his second bucket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Jackson, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
The burst of Jackson makes him a hard guy to stick with and difficult not to foul him.
And he makes the first.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Now here's Porter. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 5 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. With the fadeaway. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
The Clippers trail. George looking over the floor. To the paint. Morris, no good. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
Here's Jackson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Jackson's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
And Jokic gets it to go.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's George. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Murray against Jackson. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Murray against Jackson. Right side Leonard. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And finished off by Porter. Porter's got the lead up to 4 now for Denver.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Now here's Jackson. Right side, Batum. Jackson against Murray. The drive by Jackson. A shot by Batum. No good. The Nuggets leading by 4. Out to the right wing. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. The kick out to Porter. Jokic trying to free himself up. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backcourt. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
George dishes to Leonard. And it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
So both teams making some changes here. There's 25 seconds left in the first half. A second chance effort, Morris. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Morris has got his first bucket of the night.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
Now here's Murray. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. With 1 on the clock. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. Looking at the second quarter scoring, they had a... And that'll do it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Paul George. Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson, and it's Leonard in at the 3. Morris finds Jackson, and it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jackson against Murray. Batum wide open, he fires. Misses off the left iron.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Batum kicks to George. George double teamed, 5 to shoot. Outside Leonard. Over Millsap. Los Angeles with another miss.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
And Jokic gets it to go.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And the Clippers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Leonard looking around. From deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Denver the other way now.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right.
No, we don't do that. And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Clippers trail by 8, and here we go with Morris running it up the court. Good on the three-point shot. Morris has got 5 points so far.
Well, you have to be ready for this. Defensively, Morris has a terrific pull-up. Maybe a better choice for him than taking it to the rack.
Inside, and it's Green with the jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Jackson passes to Batum. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Morris against Jackson. Here's Green, and the layup falls. Green's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
52 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Morris, left side. The 3. Great D that time from Green. The Nuggets leading by 7. Morris passes to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Jackson against Morris. Outside Jackson. Launches it. And Bull pulls it down. For Denver, they've gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this court. What a fantastic start to the half. They kick it out to Green. Here is Porter. From deep. Unable to get that one. And so it's the Denver Nuggets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be back with you. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. Green is out there with Michael Porter. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Bull. And it's Morris in at the 1.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
It's Porter outside. Rebound by the Clippers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Martin. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Barton, no luck.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
George, no good.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Here's Green. And another miss by Denver. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Fourth quarter now, we're about a minute and a half in. Rondo against Morris. To the paint. That's good from Porter on the assist by Morris. Morris has got assist number 5 here tonight. Clippers trail by 7. And here's Rondo. Passes it to George. Lets it go from deep. And the 3 ball is good.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Rondo against Morris. This is the Bull. And foul on the shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin, we'll see if they can make that adjustment.
Jokic, he's checked in for Bull. Murray, the pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
Jackson with it. The pass to Leonard. There's the 3. Goes back up. And it's in there.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Murray against Jackson. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Pass to Jackson. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Cross contact on the shot, and so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
Clippers trail by 8. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Looking to get back on track here, and no good that time. And Denver the other way now, and now they decide to foul intentionally. 1:10 left to play here in the fourth. On the wing, Gordon. From deep three-point range, Denver the rebound. The tray. The shot, no good. LA's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Morris kicks to George. Beyond the arc. And again, no good by the Clippers. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. They get it back. Lets it go with a 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's George. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 8. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
I just think they have to focus on the moment. Don't worry about the score. Worry about executing the next play.
Pass to Jackson. From deep. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Here's the 3. Cranes the three-pointer.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. This was a very strong. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve. California is the It's NBA basketball on 2K. Now a look at Dallas' starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2 spot. Now here's Jackson. Passes to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Low block shot. It's rebounded by Doncic. Here's Porzingis, the fast break chance. Here's Kleba. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proven to be a reliable passer.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Leonard dishes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Now here's Kleba. Doncic outside. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Paul George.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Well, I tell you, George is an amazing athlete. He's got great speed, and when he's in the open court running the break, that's a scary look for the defense.
Here's Finney-Smith. The pass to Hardaway. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. That's good for George on the assist by Leonard. George has got his second basket of the game.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down.
Here's Finney-Smith. To the inside. Out to Doncic. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Guys, you look at Porzingis, and it seems like he's got a knack for chasing down the ball on the offensive glass. Really good instincts.
Now here's Jackson. We've got 1:48 left here in the opening quarter. Shots good by Ibaka. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
1:05 left here in the first quarter. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. And there it is for him.
Boy, a strong, versatile offensive player. Doncic capable of burning you from anywhere on the floor.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Morris. Left side of Ibaka. That one's not going to go. Nice D from Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Hardaway Jr. rises and fires with great confidence from there.
The Clippers trail. Outside Leonard. There's 14 seconds left in the first. Launches it. Not going to go that time. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 1. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Luka Doncic. Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Melly in at the 4-slot. Kennard with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. They get it back. Here's Zubac. Kennard for 3. He's off on that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Doncic looking it over. Here's Melly. Back to Richardson. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Doncic. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
Clippers trail by 5.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Here's Morris, and it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you the rock.
Richardson outside. On the wing, Doncic. Now the dish to Powell. Back to Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Lets it go from 14. Morris with the rebound. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Rondo finds Kennard. To the middle. Wide open look here for Zubac. Nice open look, but it's no good. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Morris. The Mavericks also with a sub. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Nicolo Melli. And that one is good. Powell's got 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain that.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Cauley Stein against Zubac. Outside Rondo. Kennard for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Kennard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Mavericks leading by 4. Richardson outside. Powell against Zubac. Powell kicks to Doncic. The feed now to Cauley Stein. Leonard with the steal. And stolen by Richardson. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Luka Doncic. Hardaway is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Ibaka finds George. Jackson from long range. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Outside, Porzingis. Ibaka against Cauley Stein. Back to Porzingis. And he banks in the layup. He has 6.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Jackson dishes to Ibaka. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis. And here's Richardson, guarded by Jackson. Passes it to Cauley Stein. And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
Thanks, Rick. What do you like about how your team is playing tonight?
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They ended the period holding on to a slip. And that does it for our...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Morris is out there with Ibaka. And there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Shot clock at 2. Hardaway from outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. Clippers trail by 3. Outside Jackson. Rejected. And they're able to recover. Leonard looking over the floor. Second chance shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Leonard's got his second basket.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
Doncic against Jackson. Here's Finney-Smith. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Boy, you look at Porzingis and his size, 7'3", he consistently torches defenders around the rim.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season, was coming off an injury, and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Melly is checked in for Porzingis, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hardaway passes to Kleba. Hardaway finds Kleba. Brunson with it. Puts up a three. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. Drops in the layup for two. Rondo's got his first basket.
You know, Rondo's always looking to pass, and the threat of him passing can oftentimes open things up for him on the fast break.
Back to Brunson. Pass to Melly. Here's Hardaway. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Brunson kicks to Doncic. Back to Brunson. Morris against Kleber. Offline from the high post.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Morris dishes to George. 1:27 left in the third. Back to Morris. And there's the pass to Melly. And it's the Clippers' ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. Outside for George. It's rebounded by Brunson. Mavericks trail by 3. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Kleber. Stolen by George. Here we go. One-on-one. Rondo finds Zubats. Another shot. George against Brunson. 5 on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And if you want to talk about the best two-way players in the NBA, George's name would be high on the list for sure. I mean, that's the kind of presence he has at both ends of the court.
Both teams will make substitutions. And both free throws good for Paul George.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Pass to Kleber. Richardson with it. Fires the three. Rebounded by Jackson. Kennard up top. Kleber defending. Left side, Leonard. Nice D from Porzingis.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
And we've reached the end of the third. Clippers lead. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. George with the ball. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And George kicks to Ibaka. Kennard for 3. The Mavericks pull it in.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now, here is George. Guarded closer. Picked him clean. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Pass to Kleber. Ibaka with some nice D. Clippers leading by 3. Outside for George. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Dishes it to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Takes it off the glass. Leonard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
To the left side wing. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Now the pass to Brunson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Clippers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Down low, here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, he's known for his finesse game, guys, but Porzingis showing you there. He's got some power to his game, too.
And here's George. To the paint, here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Hardaway finds Kleber. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Jackson looking around. Back to Ibaka. Hardaway against George. Here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Right side, Porzingis. Pass to Finney-Smith. He's looking for Kleber and finds him. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Morris has got his fourth rebound in this one. Left side, George. Buries it down low.
At 6'10", George is really capable of dominating inside. I mean, defensively, you need to try to push him out of his comfort zone, get him out of that lane area.
Inside. Lets it go from the wing. Porzingis can't hit. Clippers leading by 10.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Clippers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Paul George.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
It's stolen by Ibaka. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Jackson's got the ball. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Outside Rondo. Passes it to Man to the inside. Here's Cousins. And he uses the glass on the layup. Cousins has got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And the wide open shot from Redick sinks the three-pointer.
This is why you must play up on Redick, because he's terrific at shooting off the pass.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Sup, David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony.
Parker joined us on 2K TV as a part of our ongoing series Uninterrupted this year and told us the story of one of her heroes, WNBA legend Lisa Leslie.
So here's a question. How many MVP titles do Lisa Leslie and Candace Parker have between the two of them? Is it A, 2, B?
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for Denver, we've got Gordon. Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Jokic in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Hardaway. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Traps in the tray.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team. Well, I'll tell you this, he is a relentless scorer at this point, Aaron Gordon. He is not afraid of taking contact.
Denver shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. 4-point game. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
How about the height and the length and the athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis? Barely has to jump to throw that down.
Now here's Murray. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Jokic tries yet again, and he sinks the layup.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Porzingis against Jokic. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And finished off by Porter.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Now, here's Doncic. Passes it to Finney-Smith. to the left wing. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Over Murray. Jokic grabs the miss. Nuggets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Murray finds Barton. Now, here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And, guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Now, here's Doncic. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Porzingis. Pass to Finney-Smith. The three. Dallas again missing. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Good on both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Here's Melly. Millsap covering. And here's Doncic from the arc. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Well, January 15th of 2015 provided a special moment in NBA history. Austin Rivers made his debut for the Clippers guys, who were coached, of course, by Doc Rivers. That was the first time in history a father coached his son in an NBA game. What a special, special time.
Here's Melly. Up and in on the layup.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
And it's the Nuggets ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Jokic. No good with the triple. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Trailing by 10. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Powell. The pass to Melly. And the layup's good off the glass. Melly's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Dallas.
Well, they love to see Powell keep his eyes up and look for his teammates. The more assists they get out of him, the more dangerous their offense will be.
Pass to Jokic.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. The shot off that time. And so it's Denver in the driver's seat. Up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident shooting. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Jalen Brunson. Cauley Stein is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Richardson. And it's Doncic in at the small forward position. Just 4 to shoot. For 3, Richardson. That one doesn't drop. Now Denver takes it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And the wide open shot from Green. And he's good on the 3-ball. Green's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Nuggets. Mavericks trail by 11. Richardson outside. Here's Cauley Stein.
Cauley Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make him count.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Doncic. Hardaway is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Campazzo, Richardson covering. Kicks it to Rivers. And a miss there on the triple. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Richardson outside to the middle. Let's go. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
There's the triple. Cranes the three-pointer.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Left side, Porzingis. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. It's tipped.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Campazzo, guarded by Hardaway. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Kleba kicks to Hardaway. Down low. Porzingis passes to Kleba. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
How about the vision from the young Latvian Porzingis showing he really can read the floor and capitalize.
Kleba against Murray. And then Gordon with the dunk.
You know that the pass is for Aaron Gordon, but his athleticism takes any defense out of the equation. Doing work, Aaron Gordon.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Outside, Porter. It's hauled in by Richardson. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Murray with it, and it's Richardson picking him up, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, the size is there, but the vertical is what really is eye-popping with Aaron Gordon.
Outside Hardaway. Left side, Porzingis. Over Gordon. Kleba. Porter pulls it in.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Kleba, no good.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Green. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Green's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nuggets.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. The kick out to Barton. From past the arc. Kleba with the rebound. One-on-one fast break. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
Deep 2 from Murray. And that would have counted, but his shot was... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our... Denver had no problems getting going. An exceptional game plan. And that'll do it.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Gordon, and it's Dozier in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this here at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
Passes it to Kleba. One-on-one here. Barton inside the line. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton. Rivers, he's checked in for Denver. And then for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleba. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Doncic passes to Melli. To the paint. Powell kicks to Brunson. For the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And it's Jokic in the corner.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
And here's Rivers. Lob pass to Gordon. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Feeds it to Powell. Pass to Finney-Smith. Powell kicks to Brunson. Dallas moving it around.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Inside, Powell with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. There's 1:47 left to play in the third. Doncic outside. The dish to Powell. Just 5 to shoot. Over Gordon. The shot by Powell, no good. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And it's Gordon penetrating. Lays it up off the glass. Gordon's got 4 points in the quarter.
That, to me, guys, is a combination of balance and strength. Aaron Gordon terrific at staying in control on tough finishes.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Richardson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Richardson outside. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Denver in the lead. And a wide-open look for Porter. Second shot opportunity, and it's finished off inside by Rivers.
Well, tremendous composure on the interior from the guard, Austin Rivers. He's got the frame to complete that play.
The pass to Brunson. It's Richardson on the wing, guarded by Porter. Pass to Brunson. He squares up and sinks it. Brunson's got 5 now. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Morris outside. Passes to Porter. Doncic with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Pass to Melly. Richardson outside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Here's Jokic from the arc. A three from Morris. Misses the shot. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of three. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Doncic in at the 3.
You know, there was so much hype around Kristaps Porzingis once he got off to a great start in his first year. And you just want to see him continue to grow and add dimensions to the offensive game every year. What's next? We'll see.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Aaron Gordon comes in for Barton. And Murray's subbed in for Morris. The Mavericks also with a sub. Marjanovic is checked in. And here's Doncic from the arc. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. Gordon against Doncic. Gordon dishes to Porter. The wing jumper off target. Mavericks shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists now in this one.
Oh, that's a good, strong finish. Porzingis not shying away from getting after it.
Murray against Brunson. Murray outside to the middle. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Denver making a switch here. The Mavericks trailing. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Marjanovic finds Brunson. Back to Marjanovic. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. No good that time. And the Nuggets going the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Millsap has the open look. Off target from outside. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Banked in off the glass. Marjanovic has got his first 2 points.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
In the corner, Bol with it. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. He dishes it to Hardaway. And the pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Here's Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bol there with a big basket.
Richardson outside. Pass to Doncic. Passes it to Hardaway. And he gets it to go.
How about Hardaway Jr.? Maybe we should say nothing junior about that. That's a big-time delivery.
1:37 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Marjanovic. And it's Jokic missing. Mavericks leading by 3. Richardson the pass to Doncic. Back to Richardson. Right side, Porzingis. On the wing, Doncic. Back to Porzingis. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. And it's Will Barton in for Paul Millsap. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Richardson.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Right side, Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Inside. Money!
Oh, you love the aggressiveness and the swagger that Porzingis has to take that shot. Such a clutch play from the Latvian.
The pass to Porter. There's the feed to McGee. Count it! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
And the whole game resting on one free throw, and he buries it. Tremendous heart.
And stolen by Murray. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Down low. Here's Gordon. Yes!
Well, this game separates the men from the boys. Aaron Gordon, big-time delivery.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
To the paint. Here's Porzingis. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
To the middle. Here's McGee. Money!
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
So a close game. See, all right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our